Hello and welcome to my latest revision activity video. This is activity number 9, memory games. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel, Teaching and Learning, to find all my revision activities, teaching and learning videos for you. You can email me with any questions at oliverfurnival@gmail.com, and please follow me on Twitter at ibcoordinator_. The activity I'm talking today is memory games. All of my revision activities are on this one document here. So please feel free to give me an email if you would like this activity, either as a teacher, this booklet, either as a teacher or as a student, to go over the information I'm showing you in all of my revision activity videos. Okay, so memory games. Well, what I'm going to do today is I'm just going to show you some memory games that you probably may well have used as a child, which hopefully are useful for memorising information. In fact, they are probably games you maybe used in your early stages of development as a learner, maybe through languages, for example. And the good thing about memory games, they're good for learning content and knowledge. They're quick and easy to play. They're repetitive, which help your memory. You can make them also competitive to hopefully help you want to beat a friend and beat fellow students in your class. And also they encourage you to guess, and mistakes can be easily discussed after the game. So the first game I'm going to show you how to play, remind you how to play, I'm sure, is Pelmanism. Okay, so in a previous video on quizzes, I showed you a revision quiz I made. So what you could do to help you memorise words and ideas is look at, take out the questions from them, put them on another piece of paper, and as you can see here, that I've got questions and answers, and what they are, what you do, they're randomly turned over so the players can't see. You can have as many pieces of paper as you like, as many players really as you like, probably usually up to 4 is good. And before the game you mix them and make it out nice like that. And what I do is what is criminal law, and I find my answer. What is civil law? They don't match. What I'm looking for is a definition of that. So not only have I got to remember where these are, but I've also got to know the answer, what criminal law is. Okay, so I find another one. A judge and jury, you can read that. Okay, that's, I don't know, does that go with that? No. Again, I'm going to have to remember what they are. These deals with offences such as murder and drug dealing. These cases are between a state and offender. I think that's criminal law. Where's that? I remember it's that. Great, I've got it. IO knows. Everyone can see now. These two match. Everyone can remember that, or if it's new information. And because I got it, I get the next go. So you just play on like that till you match them all up, for example, and count who's the winner. Nice, competitive, nice and easy. As I said, it's good for memory. Not only have you got to remember where things are, but you've also got to remember the answers, the ones that match up with the correct questions. So that's called Pelmanism. Okay, I'm going to move along here. In a previous teaching activity video, I've done a video on card sorts. Card sorts are also a really good way to revise. So here I'm looking at my A-level politics, and I've got arguments for replacing the monarchy with an elected head of state, arguments against replacing the monarchy with an elected head of state. So I've got a for and against. This is good revision for an essay question. Now I could do what I did before. I could turn them over, I could find one. An elected head of state would be able to settle political deadlocks. Okay, so that's a for one there. Okay, and then I could get, I could do it like that. Otherwise, I could simply decide, well, working on my own or with a friend. Okay, that one is against. Okay, let me just sort these out. Okay. There you go. So now I've got my 4 reasons, which are arguments for replacing the monarchy with an elected head of state. So what I could do now is I could be with a friend and I could say I'm for, you're against, and we could have a minute to decide, or a few minutes, whatever, to decide our strongest reason. So I think the best reason for that is to increase the democratic legitimacy of the head of state. Okay, boom, that's my strongest argument. So they're my strongest 4. My friend has played around with theirs, they're their strongest 3. Now my friend and I can have a debate about it. If I'm on my own, I could put them in, as I say, my strength of topics, and I could then write an essay on that. So that's a nice, easy game, card sorts, which leads to essay writing or debates. Okay, What I could also do with a friend, I'm going to show you this on Quizlet again in a minute, is I could play a game called Scramble Words. My friend and I could both have the same letters in 2 batches there, and we could say go, and the first one to work it out is the winner. And the question could be, what's the highest court in the United Kingdom? Okay, and I've got all the letters there. Okay, so not only do I have to know the answer, okay, but also now I've got to make sure that I know how to spell it, and I've got to get it right. So the answer, the highest appeal court in the UK, I should have said, sorry, is the Supreme Court. So obviously when I'm playing this against a friend, it's helping me with my terminology. The Supreme Court. Okay, there you go. So games like this, very easy to make. You make it once. You could do that, of course, on a website which unscrambles words as well. But here, I'm actually thinking, I'm actually moving, I'm actively revising. So there you go for the Supreme Court. What I could also do, a popular game is, which you play at Christmas at home, maybe, or parties, is What Am I? So I get this. I don't know what this says. Okay, I am, excuse the licking, I stick it on my head. Okay, what am I? Everyone who's playing with me knows that I am a judge. I don't know, and I've got to know, I've got to ask questions. Now, of course, I know that we're doing politics, and I know, maybe the unit of work I'm doing, and I would say, am I a, do I do this, okay? And people can give me yes, no answers until I find out I'm a judge, and someone could be counting the amount of questions it's taken for me to find the answer, and you can make it nice and competitive there. You do that with words. From my poster activity earlier, I've got who am I? I'm Margaret Thatcher, but I've got to ask questions so people can understand who I am. Okay, so if you could just move back. So those are just memory games that I'm sure you've played before, or you may not have. I certainly have. There are other ones. If you look at this book that I've created, like Pelmanism, where you could just draw keywords, draw ideas to get people to think about those as well. I'm not very good at drawing, so I won't do that on this video. But the idea of these games, the outcome is that you can see here that they're good for learning and content and knowledge, and they're good for playing around with ideas, and they're good for memorising. You've got to know the answer, sometimes you've got to know the question, and you've got to know the answer. It helps with your spelling, it helps with your key vocabulary. As I say, with those scrambled words, always use key vocabulary. Okay, so those are memory games. Hopefully they can help you with your revision. As I said at the start, if you'd like this revision techniques sent to you for any type of exam, please do email me, oliverfurnival@gmail.com. Thanks for listening.